All right, again, thanks for being here. Really, a lot to say about this team. In the performance today, it was just a really gutsy performance for our guys. Our seniors, really playing hard for those guys, being undefeated at home in the woodshed. Had a lot to play for, a rivalry game, land grant trophy, and, getting the 10 wins, which, it's, I think, the 9th time in the history of the program to get the 10 wins. And it was so important to our guys. You could tell just by the way, they came in on Sunday, at the beginning of the week, after coming back from Columbus, and just really circled the wagons and really dug in. We dug in and just eliminated the noise and blocked out the distractions, and just really really focused on the task at hand. And I can't say enough about this group of guys and this group of coaches. It's a really special group, and it's an honor and a privilege to work with them. And they're resilient. They fight like heck out there, and you can tell they play for each other. I mean, it's important to them. And so I'm just very proud of the team and very proud of the staff and our fans, on a holiday weekend to show up like they did today, and really gave us a boost and gave us a lift, and they were in there deep and thick, and I really appreciate that. Our players appreciate that, and it's a perfect way to send our seniors out. So with that, I'm very grateful. Very grateful to be the head coach for this group of guys, and this is a special place. And we're not done yet. We got one more. We have one more, and we're gonna get some guys back. We're gonna have a chance to get some guys back healthy, which is gonna be very important. And these guys love to play football, and they love to play for Michigan State. So it was a good day.
Mel, there were reports about illness running through the team. What were the last 48 hours or so like within the program, and what did you see from guys who maybe played hurt or sick today?
Yeah, it was we shuffled, we had to shuffle some lineups during the week, and contingency plans, and we're not exactly sure who's going to be able to answer the bell, but we knew that the guys that could play, we knew that they would play if they could, and we knew that we would get everything that they had, and it's been a next man up really mentality for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and the guys have really embraced that, and they do they've done what they needed to do to prepare to win a game like this, which was a very, very important game. It meant so much to everyone. So, yeah, we dealt with some illness, and then we battled through some injuries. And like I told them at the beginning of the week, I mean, this is it's tough sled, and at the end of the day, no one cares how many guys you got out or how many guys are sick. It's find a way to get it done. Do it as a team, rally. It's a binary, results production situation. You either get a 1 or you get a 0, and that's what it comes down to. And the guys really wanted to get this one, so I'm super proud of them.
Coach, to kind of follow up on what you just said, after last week's, how did you get the guys recentered and refocused with the 10 wins on the line, with the possibility of a New Year's Six bowl game on the line?
Well, we, it started in the locker room in Columbus, after the game. Say, listen, we're not going to make any excuses. We didn't play well enough, and we're going to learn from it. And we're going to stick with our process. We're going to block out all the noise and focus on the task at hand. We're going to prepare. and we're gonna make whatever adjustments we need to make, and then get back to work, and that's what we did. And it's a keep it real session with our guys every single day, so we knew what our challenges would be, and we had a plan of attack, and our players executed the plan. And but at the end of the day, it really comes down to mental and physical toughness. And that's a big part of it. How do you get guys back? You have to have some intrinsic motivation and pride, as an individual, coaches and players, and then you have to help each other out. The power of a team. We really tapped into that this week, and then when you get into the game, it's who wants it more. It's like what do you want, and then what are you willing to do to get it? And our guys play extremely hard, and so again, my hat goes off to them. I have a tremendous amount of respect for this group of players.
Well, over here, you talked about the appreciation you have for these guys, and what they've now earned is a game at the very least that's going to be in a decent climate in a pretty marquee situation. Are you curious to sort of take the mental fortitude you've seen with maybe a healthier group, similar to more what you had in October, and see what they can do in one final game with a crew that's a little more not as beat up and everything?
Yeah, we talked about that, at the beginning of the week. We said that here's the things that, what we're playing for, and then we have an opportunity, to get our 10th win, and to have some time to get guys back, get guys healthy, and we'll be be a better version, of ourselves in that bowl game, and so there was guys fighting to get back this week and weren't able to make it, but I anticipate getting some guys back for the bowl game. That's going to help us, and it's actually we're going to be a deeper team, because we've asked some guys to step up and go into games and make plays, and so we're extremely motivated. And if anyone's looking at our team now, they'll see a resilient team that plays hard for each other. It's an exciting team to watch, and we have some playmakers, big time playmakers, and Ken Walker is obviously he's elite level player, and we're gonna have some guys back, some key guys back in the bowl game. So I think we have a very exciting and attractive team. Our fans are tremendous, and they travel well. And we're hungry, and our fans are hungry.
Mel, you've had a lot of fourth down completions this year. What did you see on the jump ball to Jaden in the corner of the end zone, and what was going through your mind on that onside kick and the weather, and winds up with number one? Yeah,
well, we do the hands team, every week, and Coach Ellis does a really good job, emphasizing, recovering onside kicks and the attention to detail, the alignments and everything. And, we go out there and say, hey, go win the game. And so that was outstanding execution. And Jay Reed's he's come up with big plays like every week, it seems like, consistently all season. He's a very good player, and he's very competitive. And fourth down, conversions are a big part of the game. It's we were obviously we had issues with our specialists, kicking and things like that. So we were in position where we needed to go for it a few times, but you've seen us this year we've done that, and we're not afraid to put it in the air if that's the best thing to do, and get it to our playmakers. You got to be able to win the one-on-ones.
Mel down here. You had a couple seniors make some big plays, especially defensively in the second half with Noah Harvey getting in on that stop on 4th down, and then Drew Beasley recovering a fumble. How special is that to just see a couple seniors making big plays that kind of turn the tides on the game in the last game at Spartan Stadium?
Yes, it's very special. I mean, to see those guys, make plays and the adversity that they have overcome, individually, to be in position to make those plays for us. Those two guys in particular that you highlighted are very unselfish players that play for not just themselves, but they play for the team, they play for the school. I mean, they take pride in the green and white and being Spartan dogs, and that's what you see with this particular team here. Is guys aren't just playing, passing through, to go to the NFL necessarily. It actually means something for them to play here in Michigan State and play for their teammates. They take pride in it, and so that's what you saw today. I believe you saw guys that just really mean something to them to win that last game at home, and just end on a high note and get the 10th win. It may not sink into them and now, but as they, as time passes and they look back, they'll say, man, that was we had a really solid year. We did some special things and helped lay a foundation for the future, and really shift the culture and really cement that culture, because that out there was hard work, mental toughness, sense of urgency, attention to detail, teamwork. That's what you saw out there, and that's what we're all about. We're all about that here, each and every day. And so those seniors and that performance really just embody that.
Two more, Jim, and then rest.
Mel, what did you see in your offense and Peyton Thorne after he threw that pick six? The way they answered, came down there, picked up one of those 4th down conversions with Peyton Thorne keeping it on a 4th and 5 zone read, it looked like. Your thoughts on the way they answered in that situation? Yeah,
I mean, you have to move on. You can't act like it didn't happen. If you pick six or whatever, you don't act like it didn't happen. You accept it, you own it, and you learn from it, and then you have to quickly move on to what's next, because the most important thing is what you do next, and so our team, our offense, we were able to do that. We were able to just keep chopping and move on to what's next, focus on the next play, execute, whether it's, a 4th down conversion or whatever, having the confidence that we can get it done and, executing. We played a lot of football. This group has played a lot of football, and we played some very tough opponents, and we played in some tight games. And we've had to make some 4th down conversions. We have had to make 2-point conversions. I mean, we've, recovering onside kicks, things like that. We've been in some tight ball games, and so there was no flinching at all. There was never a doubt. It was just keep chopping, just keep going.
Also, after one of Penn State's touchdowns, we saw you on the sideline doing looked like it was pretty urgent there on the sideline. You were talking to some defensive backs, getting some things straightened out. Can you talk about what was, maybe not what was being said, but how urgent that situation was in the pass defense at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really, hey, listen, just do your job and count on the guy next to you to do his. We're very capable of making those plays. We don't want to give them anything easy. We want to make them earn everything that they get, and eliminate the explosive plays. And defensively, when we don't give up explosives, we can hold people to lower numbers, and we played much better in the second half. We really leaned on our front. We challenged our front at the beginning of the week and said, hey, listen, we're going to lean on you on the front, to stop the run with a light box, and we can play split safety coverage and, play some, 3-over-2 or 4-over-3 or whatever, and roll up on some good players, and they took on that challenge. But you got to have your rush and coverage working together. And I told them and say, we need everybody. Everybody's counting on you to hold it down back there. But just keep showing confidence in them, and because you got to go and play the next play. So we did that.
I want to ask you about the two guys who were just up here. First with Peyton on third downs. I think he was 10 of 14 for 171 yards, and those are some long conversions. What did you see from him and his, unflappability on third down situations?
Peyton?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And with Kenneth, the ability to adjust to his first real game in the snow and kind of alter his style mid-game when he was slipping around a little.
Yep. Peyton is, every rep for him in practice or game is just more experience, and he just keeps stacking those plays and stacking those experiences, and he's a quick learner, and he's very competitive, and so what works is the pendulum is going to be swinging back and forth in these games. It's inevitable, but what works is poise, patience, keep chopping, stay steady, don't get too high, don't get too low, and just go to execute the next play. And good body language, and just really stay focused on the execution, and so he did that today, and he's done that before. So Peyton is he did a really nice job today in a tough environment. And it was snowing, and we threw the ball. We threw the ball a significant amount of times a day. And then K9 he's just a player. So it doesn't matter. We're an all-weather football team, but he's an all-weather back. It doesn't matter. We're on grass, we're on turf. We're down in Miami. It's hot. We're here in the snow. He's gonna get it done, and he can get tough yards. He's shown that this season, that it's not, just a bounce outside and try to get outside the corner and run. He'll hit it up in there and get what he can get. And because you never know when you're gonna pop one, and that really helps our offensive line. And those guys block really hard for him because sometimes, the 2, 3, 4 yards, hitting up in there, sometimes that's all that's there. And you gotta take it. And then you got to keep pounding. You got to keep throwing those body blows, and then you're going to pop some, And so, and to be able to continue to do that is really good because that it matches up with our play action, and we don't become one-dimensional. And so he's shown he's shown toughness and talent, toughness and talent. And that's important. He's just not a talented guy that can make you miss. He's rugged and he's tough and he runs hard, and that's what the great backs do.
Did you think he popped that one from the one? Do you think when he was running toward it, did you think he was going to have the howler from the 1 yard line?
Did I think he was going to have it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looked like it, but it is what it is.
Final one on the far side, Coach.
Hey, Mel, over here to your left. With the contract extension this week, I guess from your perspective, how important was it to get it done? What kind of statement do you think that makes about this program, where it's headed? And then I wonder also today with you and James out there and his extension this week, is there some added significance here, as a black head coach and what that means for this sport at both levels, really?
Yeah, I really haven't had an opportunity to really reflect on that yet, because obviously, the preparation for the game was was our main focus, and was my main focus. It was the only focus, really. I mean, that was what it was all about. And but I said from the beginning that I thought this was I believe that Michigan State is a destination job. It's not a stepping stone. And we want to bring a national championship to East Lansing. That's the goal. That's the plan. And we want to be in that conversation year in and year out. And obviously, there's a commitment to do that. And so, in terms of, black head coaches, there's very few. Obviously, I think maybe out of 130, maybe I think there was 13, maybe 12 now, and I'm not exactly sure, but it's a small percentage. And so, everything that I do, is has significance and has meaning, across all different types of fronts. Everyone's watching, and so. But in terms of what that all means and everything, I haven't really had an opportunity to reflect and digest, that, because the preparation and what it takes and what goes into helping to prepare a team for a Big Ten game like this is, it's a kind of a 24/7 type deal, and you cannot allow yourself to be distracted in any way.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.